3-2 раз, 3-2 раз. Господи. 10-я часть прохождения. Хогвартс Легаси. Жесть. Какой это уже час пойдет? Где-то к 40-му ближе уже подкатывает. Поэтому я думаю, пора заканчивать уже с этим. Надеюсь, сегодня-завтра это уже кончится. Я постараюсь меньше тянуть, меньше сайдов, больше основных. Вот. На сейве написано 29 часов, в стиме 34. Не знаю, почему так. Ну ладно. Погнали. Три-два раз. У нас, насколько я знаю, уже в Хогвартсе наступила зима. Рождество. Почта вроде все сделал, то, что нужно было. Сайды, короче, пройдем те, которые на кармане имеются. Если их нету, полетим сразу. То есть с лунами ничего не сможем сделать, с беглецом сделаем позднее, ближе к 30-му левелу. Ключи 2 по дороге найдем. Так что сейчас вот это и погоним дальше по основному.
I have been asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
Да блин, ну ладно. А пока что за меня решает, что я буду делать. Насрали дополнительными квестами, блин.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Another house token for the house chest.
2 осталось. Блин, какой же эмбиент, просто крутой.
Revelio.
FPS-ная улица, это вам не шуточки шутливые шутить.
Away from me! I cannot do this for all eternity!
What do you think black wine would like?
Иди отсюда.
When you have a moment, please come and talk to Deke. Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deek thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deek suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deek has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deek.
Ну, если что, фестралы у меня уже есть. Я уже сделал. До сих пор кнопку А с иксом путаю.
What need, here I come.
Just let me know if there's something in particular you're looking for.
Now we can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deek with the thestrals.
Так, кстати, там
Let me know if there's
коробочка была
anything else I
какая-то.
can do to help.
Нарезка.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Let me know if there's anything else I can.
Spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Да, блин, насрали сайдами. Я так понимаю, мне нужно будет еще 2 испытания по основному пройти. Это занимает время всегда, блин.
I've rescued the thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent! Now, to breed your thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deek when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Руки от вибрации на геймпаде не отнялись. Уэм. А зачем мне
Deep
еще...
never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
Заставить. Как отсюда выйти? Сюда? Блин, я уже забыл, где у меня что здесь. Всю выручайку поразваливали.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Это чисто спаривательное, я так понимаю. Чисто сауна для фестралов. Эй, куда пошли? А ну спаривайтесь. Я сделал загон, и как к нему обратиться?
Revelio.
Может, мне пенис что-то скажет по этому поводу.
Could you remind me what I'm to do with the thestrals, Deke?
Release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
Так, я сделал все. Сделал загон. Положил сюда фестралов. А, во. Сгенерировался уже. Я сделал.
Could you remind me what I'm to do with the thestrals, Deke?
Release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
Так, ну я так полагаю, что это все. Надо через 29 минут ждать. Давай похаваем тебя. Так, вонючки. Погнали. Да, сука, надо убрать это говно. Пушнинку. Собаку. Так, все, всех обглодал. Мне надо 25 максимальное количество иметь на всякий случай. Есть ощущение, что это избыточная тема. Вот это лучшее, блин, что вообще существовало в этой игре. Она просто офигенская. Я его, блин, заюзал множество раз просто так. Так. Надо еще найти скозлепопа. Намазать на новые шмотки нужно будет. Разрез один. Может, стоит на всех концентрацию намазать? У меня все равно пушнины дофига. С высоким уроном. Я думаю, нормальная тема. Давай, наверное, на всех концентрацию намажу. Да я не могу. Не могу. Я надеюсь, это работает так, как я думаю. Что значит с высоким уроном? Очень сильно размыто прям. Можно еще апнуть что-нибудь. 27-й. 27-й. А чего у меня все на 27-й? Офигеть. Все вещи 27-го левела. Можно вот эту апнуть, наверное. Понятно. Нет, я не буду фиолетку апать. Вот с обновлением бы, если бы левел текущий обновлялся, было бы приятнее, на самом-то деле. Ну ладно, что я теряю. Вот, ладно. Чисто на урон собрался. Так, что у нас там дальше? Потомство делается, эти 3 насрать на них. Опасное открытие. Да, водокидавра должна быть сейчас.
Thomas Brown knows more about books than anyone.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Yep.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Ой, а где их искать-то, блин, должен? Мне покажут? Да, вроде что-то на карте есть. Тут просто чел стоит. А, это он. Кореш. Думал, просто чел стоит, пялится в часы. Невидимая стена, спасибо.
You can't.
Да чертов шар. Да чертов шар.
These rocks have seen better days.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Confringo. Levioso. Defendo.
Now, I'm only trying to help. Professor Howard will never believe this. Do cooperate, won't you?
Ой. Не, я хочу в болото лезть.
Assignment's all finished.
Делаем все по быстролянчику.
This looks intriguing. This place has seen better days.
we don't know about beasts. So much to learn.
О, черт, он ночью ходит, базарит. А эта хрень выглядит ужасно просто. Нюхлер кайф.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn your new spell.
Yep. I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
People.
Is this something we should be learning in school?
Better for you to learn it in school, where we can instruct you properly as to its use. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Revelio! Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Вроде далеко бьет, шо кайф. Что у нас тут? Здесь ждем, полетели. На основнуху. Блин, на гипогрифе, может быть, можно перелетать места, где нельзя летать на верховых животных. Но, блин, он очень высоко может слететь, я так понимаю. А, вот все, предельно. Но все равно круто.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Keeping things from Gran, are we?
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Да, вот бы у меня были друзья. Бабуля и гипогриф. Кайф. Тут запердел.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Бля, я даже не посмотрел, что там внутри. Вдруг там моча была.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Go.
How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Что мне бомбарды насыпали, я буду сейчас просто в лицо врываться. Бомбарды.
Arresto momentum.
Ой, сори. Не, мы тогда сюда сделаем бэмс. Я сделаем бэмс и бэмс. А внизу сделаем бэмс и бэмс.
Betting on the fight was the best decision I've made yet.
Accio. Descender. Oh, it's actually quite beautiful. Levioso. Confringo. Incendio.
Ты капусту вытащила свою здесь.
Accio. Bombard. Defender.
Вывалила капусту свою.
Levioso! Stop there! Levioso! Levioso!
Accio. Descender. Bombard. Defender.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out. Revelio. Bombarda.
Так, есть ощущение, что у меня забагались звуки.
Revelio.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Так, у меня забагался звук.
Me. I'll let him live just long enough to regret it.
Yes. A more hushed approach is likely wise.
Something's not right here. Don't know what Victor was sinking straight in a bucket. It's Totalis. Revelio.
Драконы ничего не делают, они просто ходят.
Revelio. Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
It's me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding boots. Wizard kind will pay for what they've done.
One less human to worry about. Bombard! Descender! Accio! Confringo! Incendio!
I've never been one like that.
Revelio.
Рычит.
What I wouldn't give to be a demiguise right now.
Да, высокие у них заборчики.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we?
Я дерем пару задниц. Предлагаю врываться просто в лицо.
Revelio. Accio.
Зачем кнопку открыть?
They've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Revelio.
Я не могу уходить быстро. Игра заставляет меня ходить медленно.
Aloha Mora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Я вам говорю.
Rebellion.
Их там всего, блин, ничего.
Careful! Rambo for one is dragging intact!
It's Totalis.
Right to put it down, lift it down. Ooh,
Bombarder. Defender. Descender. Accio. Confringo. Descender. Accio. Bombarder.
You're the one we're looking for, and you, poor friend.
What's this? You made a mistake. Can't roll me away. Stop sticking around like a mini me.
Like to watch the dragons, do you? Like this.
Descender. Defender.
А, так я не умер еще тогда, блин. Черт возьми, я уже сдался. Господи. Понятно, понятно. Я просто не уложил в голове свой алгоритм.
Right, I have the egg.
Ready. The
Алгоритм
element of surprise
убийств.
will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Rambo for one is dragging intact!
Back for more. Not the brightest child.
Back for more.
for a friend. To get my claws?
Come here.
Human to worry about.
Shall we finish what we started?
Да зачем два подряд топить, блин? Шахмат страны.
I'll have taken your life.
You regret that. Accio. Confringo. Confringo. Defender. Descender. You will bombard. Accio. Defender. Confringo. Descender. Arresto momentum.
Would you like me to put you down?
Right bombarder. Defender. Accio. Descender. Confirm.
Let's see you survive that.
Bombarder. Accio. Defender. Accio. Bombarder.
Look what you've done. You like that.
Accio.
That to warm you up.
Confringo.
Confringo. Confringo.
Defender. Bombarder.
Confringo.
Confringo. Accio. Bombarder.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
У меня нет времени, нужно все глутать. Да господи, почему?
Aim for the ring at the front of her escape.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Go!
Transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Так, что она там хочет? Погнали. Ужасный изжога от сраной пиццы, блин, конечно. Фу, отвратительно.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Чего, блин?
So this is the underground harbour. Revelio. The grey lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social.
Она всегда смотрит в стену и воет.
Revelio.
Не знаю, зачем они это сделали, но...
Revelio.
Собственно, ладно. Для того, чтобы показать, что вообще в принципе гавань есть. Иначе это не объяснить.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The snake bird.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Founder's Relics.
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The snitch.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make...
Want to test your knowledge on some more difficult questions?
Нет, не хочу, нет.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Revelio!
Душнилкина.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration. Revelio.
Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks after you and his owls.
Норм. Я просто здесь сидел, чуваки, не обращайте внимания.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
По делам. Я доктор, что лучше. Три, два, раз.
Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacula. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I was, intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Да, КД, конечно, у этого закла жесткая.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Да, блин. Да, блин. Да, блин. Выручайку надо, выручайку. Да блин, я не хотел телепортироваться. Я хотел построить маршрут. Маршрут.
should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral. Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that Master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged Master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, Master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Здорово, Юрец.
We're going to see.
Чертова 40 фпсная улица.
What are you up to now?
So frustrating.
Чертовы сайды. Я не скучный. Просто жесть.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
Так это вы ее, блин, забайтили в
So
большей
frustrating.
степени. Жесть.
She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Конечно, бегали, блин, странными петухами по улице.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
Блин, там кит прикольный на картине.
She's concerned for your safety.
О, слева.
It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Подваливает ко мне, сразу видно. Потому что это по ощущениям был в крайней степени бесполезный разговор.
That the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Маленькая газель, с тобой все ли в порядке? Вот, будете употреблять соли, спайсы и спиды, будет вот такая вот хрень происходить. Нужно, короче, ступать одной ногой на одну ступеньку, потом на другую ногой, на другую ступеньку другой ногой, и так повторять, вот, пока не спустишься вниз. Вот. А идти в перила так не работает со ступенями, насколько я знаю. Насколько можете видеть. Нюхлер, кайф. Еще кит. Еще какой-то чел. Какая-то женщина бухает. Ну, типичная в целом. Так, кто там у нас? Авада Кедавра, значит, да? А, Империал, блин. Давай его быстро. Хочется уже раскидаться с этими чертовыми сайдами. Ну, она ушла, у нее получилось. Кайф.
Off on another adventure, are we?
По-быстрому слетаем, разберемся с Империо, получим. Блин, я все жду Авада Кедавру. Меня, в принципе, мало чего интересует. Кукуруцу, что Империо. Если бы я в свои года прыгнул так с лестницы, я бы, блин, вообще не собрался там никогда.
Faster!
Гипогриф мне в 2 раза быстрее высаживает геймпад, чем можно было. А каждый взмах крыла сопровождается вибрацией. Но выглядит это в крайней степени круто. Я даже думаю, что на метле было бы гораздо быстрее туда долететь, но я просто хочу на гипогрифе, потому что он крутой. Может высоко взлетать. Черт, бесполезно.
Time to go a little quicker.
Да, блин, здесь издеваетесь, что ли? Что за говно-то? Кстати, по-моему, когда я на гипогрифе лечу, нету шариков, которые нужно взрывать на метле. Я чуть не обращал внимания.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned?
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good.
Я уже не помню, говорили
Ominous
или
would be
нет.
livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Да, он всегда приходит в бешенство, чего ему не скажешь, блин. Чёртов сыкло.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Ого. Надеюсь, это все быстро кончится. Я что, в соляного тут должен пойти?
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Revelio. Accio. Bombarder. Defender. Confringo. Incendio. Arresto momentum. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Accio. Opening all of these is tempting. Revelio.
Искушение есть. Но... возможности такой нету.
Accio. We're here for a reason. This room is taller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Bombard. Defender. Descender. Confringo. Incendio.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Accio. Revelio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Accio. Bombarder. Defender.
Revelio. All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems, often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly.
Bombarda.
We'll be fine, though.
Defender. Confringo.
Деревянные очки кайф, конечно. Стоило оно того.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Revelio.
There's something here by the altar.
Accio. Bombarda.
Так, очевидно, нам сюда надо будет.
Revelio.
Did you hear that?
Accio.
We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Мне надо залутать барахло.
Revelio. Accio.
What did you find?
Revelio.
Find.
We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
Accio.
To find a safe way across.
Да я, в общем-то, знаю. Нам нужны кости.
Revelio. Lumos. Confringo. Lumos.
Не канает.
Accio. Lumos. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. Accio. Defender. Glacis.
Да, Люмус, блин.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
Так, о, черт. Ну, значит, наверное, не сюжетный проход, скорее всего. А вот табельный. Чего там?
Revelio. Accio.
Nice shortcut.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant.
Я уже все обыскал в целом.
There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Чего? Перемыть кости? О, блин.
Bombarda!
Ладно.
Revelio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Шазам.
Revelio!
Этого мало?
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through.
Вот они... Почему не перевели? Он сказал, типа, чувствую своими костями. И он сказал, неплохо. А тут, блин, нутром чую. Ну что это такое? Уж перевели бы дословно. Игру слов. Юмор. Не знаю, как это еще правильно сказать.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Бля, КД, конечно, у него тоже триллион лет.
Bombarder. Confringo.
Что скажете?
Imperial. Bombarder. Defender. Accio.
Okay. А, я совсем умер? Ну, блин, какого-то сраного паука сдох.
Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Короче, что я вам скажу? Непростительные заклинания кал вонючих собак. Ну реально, типа... Не вижу в этом никакого смысла. Один раз юзанул, 3000 часов ждешь. Ну раз оно непростительное, брали вообще нахрен КД тогда. Какой смысл его учить? Раз за файт юзануть, чтобы занять слот, ну... Глупо.
Arresto momentum. Incendio. Revelio.
Глупо.
Incendio. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Incendio. Bombarder. Defender. Confringo. Bombarder. Stupefy. Accio. Defender. Accio. Bombarder. Defender. Confringo. Accio. Bombarder. Defender. Confringo. Incendio. Bombarder. Never knew spiders could make such a mess. Bit dramatic, isn't it? Revelio.
Так, я так понимаю, это сюжетный проход дальше, поэтому нам нужно лутать всякое говно.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a
Revelio.
cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Нет, не сюжетная, нифига сюжетная здесь.
Confringo. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Arresto momentum. Accio. Revelio.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time. Accio. That worked. Keep going. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Такая. Вот это из кругляши. А, не те кругляши, лол. Вон та. Зеленая параша. И новая зеленая параша. О, нет, nice.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's
Revelio.
so entranced with this place.
Очередной файт с пауками.
Accio. Bombarder. Defender. Protego. Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
Да жесть! Снова началась эта фигня, когда 1000 врагов, хрен что получается сделать. Не хватает слотов просто.
Accio. Bombarder. Defender. Protego. Stupefy. Accio. Bombarder. Stupefy. Descender. Defender. Incendio. Confringo. Arresto Momentum. Bombardo. Defender. Descendo.
Задолбали.
Bombarda, Defender, Confringo, Incendio. Defender. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Revelio.
Не лутается. Текстуре застрял.
Bombarda. Confringo.
Здесь зачем по уши? Будет еще больше.
Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Жизнь пессимистичный, в общем. Только пришли, он сразу уже сдался.
Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Блин, жесть там еще не залутавший. Да.
Sebastian, the relic. Look. Could it be?
Да ты не туда смотришь, блин, вот же треугольник стоит. Зачем ты в вазу? О, господи, вечно мне напарников каких-то дают.
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea, but we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle.
Revelio.
Что за чел?
Is that ominous?
Какого хрена? Чепушила, ты чё?
Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
Я думал, убейте. Убедите, жесть.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Да мы просто Омниса принесем в жертву, типа, и нормально будет, я считаю.
Sebastian's right. We need that relic.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up.
Are you willing to sacrifice your friendship over this?
I might be. How could I choose to stand by and watch him do this?
What if the choice wasn't yours? You wouldn't be to blame for what happens.
What in the world are you suggesting? Imperium?
That's what I'm saying. I would take all responsibility. This could save your friendship. I know how to cast it. Sebastian taught me. But I won't do it unless you agree.
This is insanity. I can't believe you would ask this of me.
Sebastian is never going to give up trying to cure Anne. If you try and stop him now, he'll never forgive you.
Fine. This is unfathomable. But I suppose if you want that responsibility, it may just save what is left of my friendship with Sebastian. Remember, this is what I was telling you about the dark arts. They come with a cost. You may well regret making this choice.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do. Cast it. Before I change my mind.
Imperium! Step aside, Ominous. Stay in place until we're out of sight.
I will.
Sebastian, come on.
What did you do?
Imperium. It was the only way to get out of here without a fight.
Ominous, I'm sorry.
Sebastian, we have to go.
We have to go. Мне лично нужна эта реликвия для того, чтобы узнать, что произойдет, когда мы ее применим на сестре Себастьяна. И все, больше, в принципе, не особенно интересно, что там будет.
Did we do the wrong thing?
You need the relic.
I know, but not like this.
Ominous and I agreed. Surely there's a difference between casting Imperial on someone without their knowledge and casting it with permission.
I understand what you're saying. I do, but...
I've taken full responsibility. You have my word.
We've always looked out for each other, Ominous and I. I hope he knows that hasn't changed.
Ну, похоже, вы оба голубые, что сделаешь-то? Довольно близко друг друга знали, как я понимаю.
How long would the spell last? How long must Ominous stay in the tomb?
The curse is lifted already. He'll easily find his way out of the catacomb just as we did. He'll be all right, Sebastian.
Не дают летать, блин, в комнате. Че, он заставляет идти пешком просто молча, типа? Кайф, собственно.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her.
Что там, дым валит жесткий такой. Okay.
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Надо набрать пару задниц, получается.
I've been fighting since before you were born. You can't stop me. And you
Not your best smoke.
Сука, опять со спины, да что с тобой не так-то? Ты чё, пёс-то? А вы посмотрите на них, они какого хрена заходят со спины? Чего-то стопнул нахуй. У меня магия и дамажит, кстати, перестали. Что такое 400, блин? А чё у него глаза красные? Блин, да почему Империя? Вот, можно было чего угодно скастовать.
Boy, what have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
Да нет, чел, существует, в принципе, куча разных заклинаний, которые можно было использовать. Почему-то выбрал запрещенное, господи. О, боже, какие сценаристы просто. Неплохо, неплохо.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
How can you say that? You just used the Imperious curse on Ominous.
I did, but with his consent, Sebastian. It may seem an irrelevant difference, but it is a difference.
I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
Душнило сраный.
Why, Sebastian?
Bombarder!
Чё там новое опять? Не хочу. Так, чуваки, 10 минуточек перерыва сделаем сейчас. Вот. Ага, ага. А чё у меня занято это все, я не понял. Ага, главными уборами. Кучу шарпов насрали, бля. Зеленый я не намерен надевать больше никогда. Хватит с меня. Зеленых вещей. Короче, ускоряемся таким вот образом. Аксметизируемся. Как раз нам сюда надо будет. Мы загоняем говно здесь.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogwarts?
Ow. Ow.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions. Have a good look around.
Жизнь бабла на фармер.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Ну, раз у нас куча бабла, может быть, что-нибудь купить из этого. Блин, 1000? 300. Невидимость, ну такое. Блин, за сотку можно было. 18. Охренеть. Где все это время был сундук. Погорите в попе.
They'll talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
Это было уже 35 часов игровых назад.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
Must we? It seems a lot of trouble to go to for a creature we've already rescued.
We should see this through. Let me find out where she is. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before.
Жопу не покажу.
It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
it's all right with you, I'd rather not say. At least not at the moment.
Understood. We all have our secrets. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Дай бог. Что по заданицам у нас? Погнали в крипту.
I know there was something I was meant to...
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Достаточно было это сказать 1000 раз.
Go!
Пастор! Ау. Не очень кинематографично получается, когда я врезаюсь и все подряд. Устроили, блин, шкилы.
I love that.
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that scriptorium. Never again.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an hour when I have news.
Там не насрать. Честно говоря, в игре в Мидле вот эта вот фигня с разведыванием шмоток, она уже не является прикольной. То есть она даже вначале не особо была понятна именно в этой игре. Ну а сейчас уже впереди не такое прям. Ты вообще Амид, блин, я думаю, помню, что ли, каждого по имени.
Slytherins almost always use the door to the right of the entrance door.
Не базарь там. Я так понимаю, это чел с позорной трубой. Раз уж мы здесь.
Hello there. Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
У нас же есть чел, который знает в совершенстве гобледук, блин. Нахрена мы какого-то дегенерата будем с собой брать, блин?
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Блин, жаль, что сюда нельзя взлететь. Я так долго поднимался сюда, чтобы перекинуться парой слов. Чел.
I try to imagine the great witches and wizards of the past who once sat in the same chairs as we now get to sit in the common room.
Жесть, она читает на ходу.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Давай зайдем. Ой, я не мог мимо пройти. Раз уж мы здесь. Блин, а как так? Это из-за одного улучшения, что ли? Ладно. Долго же ей придется тут стоять ждать. Втю. Оп.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle?
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Так вот как они открывают.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Вот как эти чертовы сундуки открываются.
Revelio.
Надо было быть всего лишь невидимым, блин. Логично, глаз смотрит, прыгает, когда нас видит. Воу. Да почему нельзя-то, ёбаный рот, нахуй? Что не так-то здесь? Боже, блин. Просрал сундук. Ну, короче, я 15 секунд подожду. Меня телепортирует просто.
The door is looking at us.
Yes, of course. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Да, я думал, тут везде кал будет, а тут вроде зелено, прикольно. Медные трубы всякие.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Revelio. Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Блин, а почему нам этого чела всучили? Я не надеялся, он там останется навсегда.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've heard about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
I'll meet you. You'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Hello? Matter of time till Ranrock sets things right. Watch your step round here.
We're being watched by a door.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Arnold. You have my word. We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye.
Да, я понимаю. Походу сюжетно сюда, но лутово в другую сторону надо идти. За лутом. Если я не буду лутаться, я проиграю.
Revelio.
Ладно.
should use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing. Revelio.
Ну, тут есть какое-то ответвление.
Revelio. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Depulso. Revelio.
Все, потерялся.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around our meet. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere.
Так, я не буду прожимать, потому что там кастуется. Вот. Блутованием заняться.
Revelio.
Schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building on here.
Glacius.
Clever.
What was that?
You will regret.
Levioso!
I won't rest.
Bombarda.
Бомбардо.
Revelio.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Ты мне скажи уже, блин, что они здесь строят? Чел. Так, мы уже были. Он, главное, читает это дерьмо, но не говорит, что там написано. Мне кажется, он не это самое. Здесь нам не помощник.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. Yes, of course.
Многовато их.
I feel as though I'm not alone.
Such arrogance. This me.
Accio!
If you could best answer me.
Depulso! Bombarda!
Your spells glance off of me. Was that your best?
Accio!
Such arrogance.
Accio! Incendio!
I've been fighting since. You can't stop us.
Accio!
Rather unwise coming back this way.
Accio! Bombarda! Depulso! Accio! Defender! Confringo! Bombarda!
Давай, пес.
Arresto momentum. Defender! Accio! Revelio. That's the last wireless. Unfortunate, really. I'd imagine most goblins to be brilliant. Accio. Bombarda. Defender. Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Revelio. Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Revelio. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. I wonder if the boiler powers the lever. I suspect it must.
Дерни, блин, пес.
Revelio.
Или нет?
Bombarda. Revelio. Accio.
Да, похоже, что там придется с той стороны выходить за этим всем барахлом.
Revelio.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not the entanglement we need right now. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Any who oppose Ramrock will be eliminated.
That's what it's sneaking about. You'll see.
Triplicus Totalis.
Your spells glance off of it. You won't stop me.
Accio.
Pity. Not quite.
This doesn't hurt.
Was that your best?
Я же жал.
Descendo!
Bombarda. Vinder. Accio.
How nice of you to stop.
Accio.
I won't rest. One less human to easily neither. I don't have time for this.
Descendo!
Сучий хуй с бака.
You're really not very good at this, are you?
Bombarda.
In the inevitable. I will make you.
Достал.
I won't rest.
Bombarda.
No!
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
Ну, хорошо, что они отвара кучу насыпают, что я его нормально прям высаживаю здесь.
Revelio.
Все. Своровано. Че, какую-то печь надо затопить?
Is looking at us. Bombarda. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Я понимаю, это сюжетный вид.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
Саккоку нужно рассказать, что мы тут узнали.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Этот ли?
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Accio. Bombarda. They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was
studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned.
Господь.
More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Так, чуваки, мне, короче, надо сейчас будет уйти, поэтому придется остановить стрим. Бля. И продолжим, наверное, через часок. Сори, что так приходится обрывать, но возникают непредвидительные обстоятельства. Ладно, увидимся еще сегодня.